Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning to the Family Show with your host and other than Joey, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned, and Robinson, low respected justice for Migo Massive.
One time, two time, three time. One time, two time, three time. In your memory, we're on. I can't even control. Is it just messaging me? It's a deep one. Come out to keep control. Who nigga tell me who? I said you touch a son of make a sick. Who nigga tell me who? I said you shine to me, but I see ya. I'm gonna hand you was a put up on this with your baba. Every day I feel blessed. I started out with less. All I had was a big drink of 16 was bliss. Every day I feel blessed. I started out with the best. Got 66 on the big beat, then I fell in love with the rest. Look at me. If you love, then you must stop the car. Look at me. If you love, then you must stop the car. Look at me. If you love, then you must stop the car. Look at me. If you love, then you must stop the car.
Yes, and that is Diana Codes with Riswa, the featuring Siwa Saida. Karibuni sana to another episode of the Wednesday Lockdown Session. And of course, this is the Black of Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. Apologies, I began my show, and of course, we had issues with the connectivity. So, of course, StreamYard, if you're not in for the next 10 minutes, it logs you off, rather ends the show. But I'm back, and of course, Karibuni sana. Sorry for the inconvenience to everyone who was live with us, rather those who had tuned in and I was wondering what is happening. I'm back, and of course, welcome to today's conversation. We are a little bit late, but we shall tackle with the time, and of course the conversation that I have aligned for you, which our major focus goes to the US dismissing the suit or the dismissing the case of a child labor in DRC Congo. This is crazy to see what is happening, and I'm not surprised personally, understanding and of course us following up everything that has been happening in this particular country, the extraction of resources which the country and majority of the African country and the continent itself never benefits from. But the question comes in, who is going to be actually accused, rather who's going to face the consequences of all this destruction in DRC Congo, in Sudan, in so many African countries, which actually the war is all about, and the displacement of the people is all about the resources. Who is going to actually be held accountable? Because as for me, when we come back, I shall be actually talking about KD, because I feel like it's one among and so many African puppets, including Kagame, the top actually leader, who's funded, also hand in hand with Museveni to continue with this destruction using their forces and their troops in DRC Congo. So that is what we shall be talking about, because that was yesterday. We saw actually the US courts did absolve 5 major technological companies accused of aiding the use of child labor in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and much more, which we shall also be talking about Mozambique, where we have actually 70 children who are now missing, and this is after this attack. And when we see actually people disappearing in the African continent, and us so far, especially as the Black Black on Fire Network people and the listeners, the audience who have been here for quite years, we know what is all about and what is happening when it comes to our children disappearing, or rather our people being found dead, and some places, some things in their body, missing. We know who are feeding off our energy. We also have actually 6 dead who have been pronounced dead in Malawi. This is after floods, and when it comes to floods, I've discussed heavily on this, where I feel like Africa, this is something that is made, and it's something that they don't want to actually deal with, because we've been tackling floods for so long. But how are we seeing the African government and the funds they keep on asking from the IMF, the World Bank, being used to create any dams or any way and means on how we can tackle floods? We keep on speaking of how we're running shortage of water and how electricity cannot be supplied, like in Gambia, that was in Zambia, where they're claiming that people are most in dark in power. So many African countries, but we literally fail to come up with ways on how we can save water and actually how we can actually, do a lot in terms of improvement. We shall also be talking about Somali, which has actually right now gained full membership of East African community. I discussed this lightly yesterday, and we saw that the application happened, that was last year, and of course the approval has been slowly being pushed, and we can see totally that right now they are being given the approval, and much more of what is aligned. Karibuni sana. And of course I began with Siwa Saida again with Diana Codes. Today she has an amazing show that is at Fanisi Music, and of course shout out to the gang, shout out to those amazing groups that are supporting young people, young artists. And I love to see also the artists pushing themselves. Personally, if you know me personally, I'm a big fan of Diana Codes. I wish I can be there. I've been given the opportunity to, but hey, a girl gotta grind, man. I don't have time, I'm a supporter right here on the internet and on the radio. But yes, so back to the music just a little bit. I'll be coming back with the quote of the day as we get started with what is happening. Shout out to Mr. Black on Fire in the building. I see. That's why the CIA director came to Kenya, because of those minerals being found, and that's why I feel like they brought the US military to come and train right here. I mean, what is this all about? In terms, they're saying that this is for us to prepare to maintain peace. What peace? What peace? Kenya, we are okay. I mean, the only peace, the places that need peace, which we know it's also, I don't know what happens in the northern parts of Kenya, what the destruction is all about. I don't know but there's oil over there. There's always war going on every single time.
Hivi tunafanya mastapuka. Look at me. Hivi tunafanya mastapuka. Hivi tunafanya mastapuka. Look at me. Hivi tunafanya mastapuka. Look at me. Hivi tunafanya mastapuka. Look at me. Hivi tunafanya mastapuka.
Yes, you are side featuring Diana Codes once again. That is Riswa, and I wish her nothing but just the best on today's amazing show. Shout out to HR the messenger. I hope you shall be representing us well and good for those of us, like the fans who could not turn up. But of course, pass my greetings, pass my shout out, and of course, pass my nothing but just success to that amazing lady over there. I'm a big fan of Diana Codes, and of course I want to see her being successful and nothing else. 2 minutes past 2 p.m. 8 p.m. I'm already at the Africa Today show, but anyway, 2 minutes past 2 p.m. right here in the 254. Karibuni sana once again to everyone streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, on the radio station, on Rumble. We're not live on Rumble. Let's set up the show again. Everything, Streamer just took me down on everything, so I just had to save time, but of course the show shall be uploading itself automatically over there. So in case you miss this out, or in case we tend to talk anything that might lead us to be in private, which I don't see not, just catch the show on Rumble, and all the shows are always uploaded there. And of course, shout out to everyone with me also on the network and on TikTok. I see Keith, I see Mojenga Cardinali, shout out to Gilbert Bed, shout out to Singala Kenya, Siangala Kenya, and to everyone with me live on this other platform. Now, as you get started, today I don't have a quote of the day, but I had something to share here, and this is regarding the image of Africa that is barely shown. That was on Monday on the Africa Today show. I remember Keith, he shared a video of where we have this brother, I can't remember his name, an American brother who is actually touring so many African countries, and he actually showed us a friend of his who has acquired, rather, I don't know if he acquired, bought, or even built, I don't know the sure facts of this, the true facts of how he acquired the house, if he bought it, if he, whatever happened. But yes, he showed us a very beautiful house, and I remember Keith was telling you guys that this is Africa. Even the man in the video was like, this is Africa, you guys. You need to stop paying so much amount of money in terms of rent. Come get a land right here, get your foundation started, and of course you have your own empire, running, and that is what's up. Now, there's something else that we know, and this is wild for those who understand the media. We've seen that the Western media has literally always failed to show the good sides of Africa, like what we saw on Monday. They always show the poor sides of Africa, like Kibera. We're gonna see Nigeria, those people are swimming on sewages, on top of boats and all that. Children just having some flies on their, faces, and mucus running through their nose and all that. Just some dirty images. Women struggling, women being beaten, violence left, right, and center. But the beauty of Africa is rarely spoken about if it's not from us ourselves, the people, those who understand the continent of Africa. It's rarely spoken about the beauty we have, the nature, the good air we still breathe, which we don't have so many industrial companies that are built here to still destroy our environment and all that. But this one of them, instead of sharing the quote of the day, I had to show you this. If you'll understand from the video, there's no statement made here, but the article, or rather the message from this video, says that the side of Africa Western media which wants you to see is that particularly when it comes to the media, it's always a recurrent illustration of poverty, diseases, stricken and rural areas. And the two brothers brutally illustrated on this video what many of us have been thinking for a long time isn't by accident, but rather a design. And as illustrated in this statistical clip, it is not that the Western media does not know better about Africa, but instead have invested their interest in keeping Africa portrayed this way. And that is true. And I want to share this with you because that is the fact. You barely see the beauty of Africa. If you go even today in most of the YouTube videos, you see rarely most of the beauty of Africa, apart from those who are doing videos of such beauty. Shout out to K. Williams in the building. Karibu sana. Yeah, like from the beginning, you can see they started showing us beautiful houses. They don't show us that, and that is what Keith was trying to illustrate to us on Monday. Where we saw the brother telling you guys this is actually not just Kenya, Africa, because that was in Kenya where we had that big mansion over there. Also in Tanzania, you guys remember we had a mansion in Tanzania, a very big one. And we have so many beautiful places, But what they choose to show you is how congested we are in one place, which is on purpose. They won't show you African culture, the African attire. They want to show us all these ratchet ass clothes, that people keep on wearing. They don't want to show how actually we should be embracing our African attires and embrace the patterns that we have in our clothes, because there's always something about the patterns in the African clothes, and they do pass a message. They do have a message. It's not just clothes, but all this has been failed to be literally portrayed outside here. We have now to buy other different type of clothes and embrace a culture that is not our own. And shout out to Africans also, to us, because I want to blame us for also failing to embrace our own cultural attires, because we don't. I don't know who said in weddings, like we said, I mean, which we understood so far, it is a Western mindset that was designed to be like this, where we need to, if you are having a wedding, you need to have a white gown. Why can't I make a beautiful black African attire and still look beautiful in it? And have my bridesmaids matching in it. Why do I need a whole white ass gown, and pardon my French, which costs me thousands and thousands of dollars, and I have to go all the way, I don't know to where, because I see Africans actually going all the way to Dubai, shout to Akode, to get their own, you know, gowns, to get married to Pakistans and all that, then come find out it's a fake Pakistan. It is crazy. We should learn how to embrace our own attires. And we need to understand the culture presented to us is literally slowly and is designed to kill our culture. That's what's up. You can see the beauty. I wish you can see. I don't know if you guys can see clearly, but for those who are with me on stream, I bet you can see that beautiful attire of those African women. It's so gorgeous. So this is what they want to show you. You know, people in the villages struggling, dry areas, children struggling to eat. And that is the short clip over there. I just wanted to share that instead of giving a quote of the day, and I hope you stay blessed with that. And of course, I hope that changed your mindset if this is your first time right here, and whether you are, you know, rather you've been having a different mindset about the continent of Africa. You need to understand that we live in a world where information is controlled not by us, but by the people who actually control the world itself. And that is why seeing such beautiful images of Africa is so rare. They don't want to show you we have beautiful houses. We still have lands that they're trying to grab, because that is what is happening. When we're seeing all military bases, this military training in different African countries, then they end up leaving damages. That is one of the ways of literally grabbing lands. Because remember, I did speak about where we have the British military, which came to train here in 2022. Then they left and burnt literally 12,000 acres of land. Till to date, this is a case being debated where most of the families, those who are damaged through the smoke, the lands were literally, or their homes were burnt. They have not been compensated till to date. What happened with the article I read that was on Friday or on Monday, if you can remember, on Thursday, one of the in between these days, we saw that actually they said that this land is going to take so much time, and this actually, they mentioned something to do with climate change. So that tells you a lot what the agenda is all about, and why they have to involve climate change in a land that is literally belonging to other people. So it is super, super crazy. But yes, I see, Keith, you were saying that Rumble Joby, you have to put it on the second Black Hotfire network. When you go live, I'll have to show you. Okay, I didn't know about that. I just always set up through Rumble. Then I know how to set it up, but I'd set it all up, through Rumble itself, put the link and all that. But I don't know the method you're telling me. But anyway, it's okay. You let me know. And just saying that here it was a check in effects with is Kenya. It was in check. It was in check with its effects in Kenyan friend. Okay. And you're also saying that they steal those African designs, Joby, Louis Vuitton design. Exactly, that is true. I've seen a TikTok video like that before, and I think I shared with you or shared shared right here on one of my shows before last year, where I learned actually most of the patterns, the African attire, the Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, most of these actually patterns are stolen from most of the African attires and African design. I do agree with you, and they're saying that has been stolen from the African and most. I do agree with you, and they're also saying that I don't know I don't know this. I know Joby, I never showed you. Oh yeah, okay. And of course, shout out to everyone with us on TikTok. I see Super Tunda Music, Karibu Sana, and shout out to also everyone with us on the network. Now, as we move on to much more other matters, this is a sudden story coming from Gambia, and this is about the female genital mutilation that has been going on in so many African countries. And again, this takes me back. When you talk about the mindset, our mindset being controlled, us living in a backache, mythical beliefs that were left here by the white man, and we still practice them and think this is actually part of our culture. I always want to understand, but of course, understanding is education. Do most of the people who practice this female genital mutilation understand that this is a culture that was not part of us? By answering it and understanding the system of education, I think they don't. Because our government itself, which knows so well this is wrong, has failed to do something about it. We've seen only different, maybe women who come from this different society, who had this experience and are trying to fight for their younger sisters and brothers who are left in this community, try so hard, but still the agenda is not literally that taken serious. We have women and children who actually acquire HIV and AIDS through this method because it's only one blade, or maybe a blade that has been used by different people that is used to perform this kind of backache behavior. It is crazy. I remember there was a time in 2021, in 2022, I reported the cases in Kenya and so many different African countries, especially the Somaliland, the Muslim community. They go through this a lot. And this is why we need to go back, especially for women and young girls. When you talk about sex education, which is rarely and something considered as a taboo to talk about in most of the African countries, this is where it starts. You need to educate children from a young age. You should not allow anyone, and it shouldn't be happening. Someone cutting your clitoris. Understanding a woman's body part, or understanding a woman's body and how to literally please a woman, the clitoris is part of it. But we rarely, and I believe majority of these communities don't even know this. And we also have the men, because the reason why this is practiced, and I tend to understood, is because men don't want their women to go having sex with other different people. It doesn't make no sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. Do you know how selfish you are? And that literally portrays you as a very jealous person. And you are a dangerous person. If you can be able to do that, you are dangerous. You're supposed to be people should be scared of you. Because what more are you willing to do to be this selfish, to deny other people happiness? That is my happiness. And I should be enjoying it. But yes, the female genital mutilation in Gambia, it seems like it has been literally on the rise. And they're saying that a bill aimed at lifting the ban on female genital mutilation has been tabled in the Gambia parliament by an independent lawmaker. It's always an independent lawmaker. Why can't we have literally so many lawmakers who can come and literally back this particular agenda? Push it till it is literally amended. Push it till literally we see it being passed. And if anyone found performing or participating in female genital mutilation, it's gonna be brutal for you. It's gonna be very brutal for you. They also add that it outlawed in the mainly Muslim nation, like I mentioned, in 2015 when Yahya Jammeh was a president. He said it was not acquired. It was not required in Islam. Why is it not required? Why is it not required? No woman, no female should be going through any this kind of pain. I remember there's a video I saw of an Ethiopian woman who was explaining all this process and the pain they go through, and why actually it is so possible, and why many deaths do occur because of the literally. Some people bleed too much, and the medical attention, for you to seek medical attention, you'll find that hospitals are literally distance away. So getting help in a quicker way, it's very hard. They also add, but influential Muslim clerics have been pushing for the ban on the to be repealed, while women's rights activists have vowed to campaign for it to remain in place. I mean, that is a woman rights activist. There is someone who's supposed to be slapped on the face and you're supposed to be buried somewhere talking that shit about you being a woman rights activist. You don't understand your role. You should be one of the people who are actually trying to ban and push for this backache culture to be removed from the African societies and communities. But you are saying that you're gonna vow for this to remain in place because you believe. And that is what the white man actually enjoys most, because we are believing so much in this man's culture, which is destroying us. I can't really, personally, trust me, I can't fathom how, and understanding now the culture of these people, the culture of white people, and the intention
Hold on,
towards
Joby.
black people.
Hold on,
It's
Joby. Hold on,
good
Joby.
to
Hold
see people embracing this. Coming
on.
slowly, coming slowly, coming slowly.
Hold on. I gotta correct you.
Hi, sure.
I
You
gotta
say at
come.
least hi.
I gotta come in fast because you're making a mistake. The women, you're going after
Okay.
the women are protesting against it, Joby. The men want to bring it back. Those activists are saying no,
Mm-hmm.
it's inhumane. You believe that they're saying no, they want it. They're
Okay.
saying no, they are against it. It's the no good, dirty ass imams who want to bring that backward ass culture to women because Islam is
Mm-hmm.
a fucked up religion. They want to bring that barbaric behavior, have women do that, and then the president was saying, "No, it's not required. You shouldn't be doing it because not in Islam. This
Okay.
is exactly this is white people. These are white Muslims culture that Africans have taken hold, and they do it, and it's absolutely barbaric. So no, yeah, no,
It is.
I just wanted to correct you.
Thank you
You
for
got
correcting me. Yeah,
okay.
thank you, thank you. I think I misunderstood the statement. Then I was like, why? Why is she saying that this should be happening? Why are you calling yourself an activist if you can't protect and defend your people? But yeah, thank you for correcting me. And I'm glad to see that there are people who are realizing that this is something that needs to be actually taken serious and should be banned. And we should not see most of the communities participating and practicing in this, because you're literally denying people to enjoy their adulthood. You're denying women to
Exactly
enjoy.
what you're doing. You're allowing men to say that they have the right over a woman's body when they don't. This is the barbaricness of this goopy culture and this goopy Islam shit. The barbarity of it for me. It's absolutely ridiculous because they don't understand the female body. It's all based in ignorance. That is absolutely barbaric, and and the people and the men that want to enforce this are absolute. You got to stand religious morons. These are the worst people. I don't want to be. These are the most they're rabid Islamists based in absolute craziness. So they believe Allah. Yeah, they believe that fake Allah give them the right. Well, I think I lost Joby. Give them the right. I think I lost Joby's in there. Give them the right to dictate what women should do with their bodies. It's absolutely insane. And you want to cut off a woman's clitoris as part of that's the clitoris is spiritual, but that based on their goofy culture, backward as hell. Mm-mm. So wait for Joe. What's up? What's up, Kay? How you doing, brother? So I wait for Joby to come on back. And it then went down. I wonder if she's still on TikTok. That's where I was at on TikTok. I wonder if she's still on TikTok. You know that I adore you. Mm. Yeah, I see Mosquito over there on. Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. She went down. The end that went down. I seen you over there on TikTok too, Mosquito. Okay, they go. Yeah, her TikTok went off. I seen you. I seen you over on TikTok too. So, oh, Joey's back. I think her internet it went down for a second.
Yeah, my internet today is kind of bad. But anyway, thank you, John Mosquito, for tuning in. Karibu Sana and to everyone with us on the
He told
network as well.
he told he told you. I know you missed his comment on TikTok. He told you don't tell him to come in slow like he told me.
Okay, okay, I won't. He's the one telling me actually coming slow. But anyway, as we move on to more matters, that is what is happening in Gambia. And personally, I believe so many African countries still practice this. We have Kenya, we have parts of Tanzania, Uganda,
Most African
literally the
countries,
whole
most
continent.
African, because that's how I told you were one people. How you think it got all the way across Africa if you didn't walk around Africa, Jody?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
that barbaric shit walked throughout Africa
Yep.
because there were no borders. That's why you got it all the way in the west part of Africa and the east. That barbaric shit was all throughout Africa. So
Mm-hmm.
you
So
know you you were one people and
it
practicing
is.
barbaric shit. But go ahead, Joey.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy, and I believe again, if we had a true African Union, when one country actually pushes one motion, the whole motion should be discussed. Where the whole continent is concerned, rather the rest of the African
Well,
countries being included.
the black
You
part
know,
of Africa, not the Muslim part. I mean, not the ones with the fake white invaders up there.
and
I
well, I
don't,
still believe no woman, kid. I don't care the race, but no woman is supposed to go through this. I
I don't
know.
got shit to do with no enemies. I don't give a fuck what they do. That's you. I don't give a fuck about no enemies. I don't care
Okay.
what they do with their women is their business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I look see got that African humanity again. No woman should be able to do with that. Oh, no
No
woman.
one, and I
I
still
don't
stand with
give
that.
a
No one.
shit. They ain't my
All
woman. They ain't my woman, so I don't care. Ain't none of
right.
my
Okay.
business what they ain't none of my business what they do with their women. I don't give a shit. As long as they
All
ain't
right.
doing it to my women. As long as they doing it to African women, I don't care. See, I got a war mind. You still got your African humanity. No woman should be able to get that. No woman. I don't give a shit about other women. What they do with their women. No, as long as they,
That's your
no,
opinion.
no, that's right. It's my opinion. I don't. I'm on a war footing. I don't care what you do with your women. That's your business. What happens to my women, African women, that's my business. So I don't want African women treated poorly, treated bad. That's my business. What you do with Arab women, I don't give a shit about. That ain't none of my concern. See, I have a war mind, Joby. I practice
Mm-hmm.
warfare. I have a war mind. So I I don't have love and forgiveness for everybody like you do. I just don't. I don't feel it. So
I don't think I'm forgiving. I don't think I'm forgiving, but I just don't. I don't advocate anyone going through pain, especially if the pain I imagine. But anyway, moving away from that, I want to talk about Mozambique, where we have children who have disappeared. Shout out to Agent Karibu Sana, that is you on TikTok. Shout out to Kevin Mwenda. Shout out to
are you TikTok
Nitro.
cracker?
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Nitro as well. Kindly hit your mic.
I know. Calm down, Joe.
Yes, so as we move on, I want to talk about Mozambique and where we have some jihadist attack that did occur that is 17 hours ago, and we have 70 children who are now missing. And they're saying that more than 70 children are missing following the recent jihadist attacks in Mozambique, northern Cabo province, where the authorities are the ones who gave this information. And they became separated from the families as thousands fled to neighboring province in recent weeks, and there are fears that some of them may have been kidnapped by the fighters linked to the Islamic State group.
What's
And the
going
regional
on, Pharaoh? That's my Tanzanian brother right there, Joby. Give him much
Mhm.
love. He he knows you're Kenyan. He thought Maria and Seto were Kenyan. I said, nah, those are Ugandans. They did what fucked up my 70 eating all kind of crickets and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anyway, as we move on, yeah, they're saying that they have fears that
Joey,
some of them.
anyway, don't come disrupt my show. Anyway,
Yeah,
go ahead.
because you're distracting me. I'm not gonna lie, man. You are distracting me. You are. You are distracting me. You are. I had my sentiments and my things all arranged. But when you come in and invade like that,
All
like the
right, all
what is
right, all right, Joey, calm down. I'm about to cut off your clitoris.
oh my god. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm gonna kick you. That now you're not touching me. But
I'm
anyway,
go ahead.
they're saying that the regional troops have been helping the military tackle an insurgency involving Islamist militant that began in 2017, but the violence has spiked recently, and the medical charity medicines say that 80,000 people have been displaced since January. So I want to understand what is happening in Mozambique. Is
Well,
she
ask the question. You already know what's happening. How did these people, I told you, go through Tanzania, this
Mhm,
fake Al Shabaab, go through Tanzania, right?
mhm, mhm,
They only got there because now they found resources in northern Mozambique. There were no uh, uh, Islamic fighters in no damn Mozambique because
mhm,
they found the resources of gas and oil in that region. So how did
mhm,
the Al Shabaab characters get past, come through Kenya, down through Tanzania, and over to Mozambique without nobody knowing? Then all of a sudden they show up in Mozambique causing damage and fire and burning. I told you, the CIA director, Joby, came to Kenya. You know what he
mhm.
told him? Listen, nigga, you found cobalt and we want it. Now we already got spies here. None of your people are gonna get it. It's gonna make us billions of dollars. You're gonna
Mhm.
shut the fuck up and you're gonna give us that cobalt. That's what you're gonna do.
It's mm-hmm. And I was told that apart, it's crazy how apart from these people putting their military bases here, when they discover, and which they know every African country is rich in every different way, and that's why they have their peacekeepers over there in the name of peacekeeping. In case of anything, their military bases. So in case anything or the country discovers that there is any resources, it is so easy for them to grab and take over the territory and take control of the resources, which does not benefit African people. And that's why our major focus of today, we can see the US dismissing the case of a child labor in DRC Congo. Who's going to be held accountable for always putting all this Islamist
Yeah.
group here, which we don't fund them as Africa. We're so poor to fund,
Till you have exactly till you have power.
so
You know there's child labor going on in the Congo, but the Americans have said no, it's not, or we're not going to accept it because they're the ones doing it. Because you have no power. You're tribal. You love to be. I'm this tribe. I'm that tribe. So the African people could. Joby, it's about power. For African people, stop singing and dancing all the time. All this dancing, singing in the club, and want to get power. The African man is a punk. He doesn't want to get power.
mhm,
So this is why this happens. We got to call a spade a spade. It's about power. You have no power. And shout out to Pharaoh who was telling you, asking the thing yesterday on Random Show about power. Why aren't
mhm,
the names changed? This is what he said. Why aren't these white names changed in Africa? Lake Victoria, Victoria Falls, and all this other shit. Because of power. Because of weak ass African men. We
mhm.
got to call a spade a spade. And the African man don't move until the African woman gets upset. And she finally says, shit, enough is enough. You better do something. He don't even move until the woman says something. That's how all these revolutions started. And so he don't move until the woman says, hey, moron, you better get your punk ass up and do something.
Mhm.
So,
It is. Mhm.
go ahead, Joey.
It is so sad, and it is so sad, and I don't know who to call, because I can call on no Ruto, no Tinibu, none of these fakers made, pardon
No,
my French, presidents. I
no,
can't call, and also Africans, like you're saying, especially if you say that the African
no.
woman is the one actually the beginning is the big she's the
Every
beginning
time.
of revolution. And
Every time.
just
Because she
allow
gets
me to
tired.
finish.
She finally gets tired and says, listen here. No more
Mm-hmm.
punani for your no more punani for your punk ass. You want to get drunk and be in the club all the time, don't do nothing. No more punani for you, nigga.
And that cannot happen. We can't actually see the African man also moving, or we can't trust him to give us revolution if also he himself cannot understand what the woman is literally, telling him to go to. And it cannot happen if also the men, if you have your women pushing you so hard to go, fight for revolution, fight for this, we're tired, and you do not form any organization, you go there as a one man thinking you're gonna tackle this as a one man, you're gonna be killed. So this is how we talk about organizing as a continent, find a way how we can bring solutions to ourselves.
What's up, Joe? Well, I told you, we're talking about clandestine agencies in Africa, right? Why they didn't create them? Go to Google and say, when did the CIA director come to Kenya? Now, what is the CIA director coming to fucking Kenya, another country, for? What is he doing? What? CIA director? What the hell is he doing in Kenya? Where's the CIA director? Might not even be in there. You might not supposed to know, but I know. I knew he was coming because of that cobalt.
This was in 2020. Actually, this year. Goddamn. Oh, okay.
I said this year it just came. That's right. You didn't know. It wasn't in your news because that was behind the scenes. That's me pulling you to the side, Joby, and say, nigga, you found that cobalt, right? You found that cobalt, didn't you, Joby?
Exactly. And of course, you saw the US military coming to train here, to prepare for peace maintaining. That is what they said.
Peace maintaining. No, the peace is that you found that cobalt, didn't you, nigga?
Exactly. In 6 counties.
That's right. I'm whispering in the air, Job. I'm whispering. You found that cobalt, didn't you, nigga? You found that cobalt. I'm gonna have to get that up off you. You know that, right?
You owe us, right? You owe us a lot of money, right? Living this lifestyle because you can afford, right? Your people believe you afford this, but we fund you, right? Dr. William, if funding your ass.
Right. That's right. So let us get that up off you. We got to get that cobalt up off you. I don't know why you put it in your news. That's why we came. You got it. Now let's not fight about it. It's gonna make us billions and trillions of dollars while we'll still keep pushing the African poverty porn on the media. Okay. But we're gonna get that up off you. If we don't, it's gonna be Al Shabaab running around here. You don't want that, Ken. We don't want Al Shabaab in all these 9 counties, do we? You don't want Al Shabaab in there. But that's about to happen.
It's crazy. Where they sent the President William Ruto has held talks with the United States. That was on 15th of January this year, and that is the United States of America Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, and the information was given by our news right here. And the two met at the State House in Nairobi. That was on Monday, 15th January, and moments after the president concluded a cabinet meeting to the same venue. And I quote what they're saying, that held consultations with the United States of America Central Intelligence Agency Director William J. Burns at State House, Nairobi. I don't know what he's quoting here, but that quote didn't make sense.
Whenever the head of the CIA comes to your country, Joby, he's not coming to fuck around.
Yeah.
He's not coming to fuck around. He don't want to dance in the club with you. He don't want to drink. He's not coming to fuck around with you. He's coming to tell you, hey, this is what we need done. Okay? If it don't get done, shit's gonna start blowing up around here. Like when you asked me about the year you were born, about those things getting blown up in Kenya and Tanzania. That's what's being told. If it don't get done, things are gonna start blowing up around here. And
it's crazy.
Go ahead, Joby.
It's crazy how there's never, and no one can know. I don't know if you can get traces of what happened that time so that Kenya and Tanzania to be attacked at the same time. But of course, there was something. It's not in vain that happened. I wonder what it really was.
What do you mean? They were told what to do. They didn't do it.
what to do exactly. I'm like, what is it that they were told to do? That is what my curiosity
Uh,
literally
they
depended
were
on.
told
Like, I'd
they
love
were
to know.
they were told you better get behind this war on terror that we created. You better make sure you better start saying terrorism is on the loose in Africa when it
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
Remember, because that's when they would start creating all these fake terror groups, Joby. The Al
Mm,
Qaeda, the ISIS, terror, the Al Shabaabs, the Al the Al Shabaabs, the damn the other one running around Kenya. I don't know all these
mm,
goopy damn names they keep making. all, these,
mhm,
all these fake terrorist names they make it. I mean, Al Shabaab and the other one in Nigeria, the Boko Harams. And he said, you better get on board with it. You understand that? Or shit's
mhm.
gonna blow up around here. Since you don't got no real military and your countries are based on tribalism, you're not united in any way. You'll do what you're told to do.
Mhm.
And since they didn't jump up high enough, they exactly what what, what he's saying, Nubian, you saying program.
Supported military CIA puppets in Mozambique. They are
Yeah,
all eyes on Kenya recently discovered huge cobalt and Uganda uh,
exactly.
gold deposits. And same happened in Libya, oil and what's
That's
happening
right,
in
Nubian
Congo
Terror.
minerals and BNA Fasco gold. Yeah,
That's
BNA.
right. That's why the
Yeah.
CIA is there. About trying to teach them, Nubian. You seem to know so much for a Tanzanian brother. I'm gonna make sure they hook up with you when they go down there in a couple of months. I'm so impressed by you knowing an African. I says always a few Africans that always blow my mind.
He said he's a black American in Tanzania, Kid, if you can remember.
No, he's not a black American. He's from Tanzania. You talking about some other guy. That's not. Oh, yo, he's Tanzanian. That's not that
Mm,
was the other guy you had on there. Not him. He's Tanzanian. He's not a
okay.
black American. He came on. I had a long conversation with him on Maria's show yesterday, Joby.
All right.
He's
Okay. My
Tanzanian.
bad. My bad. Hey, yo. My bad.
Right.
I know.
All right. Act like you know, Joby. so, so yeah, you're right. It's always the CIA. Exactly. All them. I told you. I know they don't come so quick. I said they were coming. The morons in Africa. We know we found hot cobalts in Kenya. Nigga, shut your mouth. Grow up. Shut your damn mouth. You morons. As soon as you said that, I knew they're coming to see you. Coming to see you. And they about the big dog. They already got the spies already running around Kenya. But
Mm-hmm.
they about the big dog in to make sure, hey, let me whisper in your ear, Ruto. Let me tell you this, nigga. We put you in power. But listen, that cobalt, we're gonna have to get that up off you. Okay? We're gonna have to get that up off you. He can't say nothing, but yeah, he don't got no real military. King don't got no real military to do nothing. Like, yeah, okay. Oh, all you can say, yeah, okay, white daddy. All the cobalt is yours. All right. That's right. It's ours. That's how we would have it no other way. Oh yeah, or shit's gonna start blowing up around here.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's gonna start blowing up.
I wanna see how many counties, because I remember one of the counties mentioned was Kitui, and I know Kitui people. These are people actually are less informed about a lot. These are people who cannot fight. I'm so sorry to say, because you
Yeah,
know,
you being honest.
shit.
They won't know if shit starts blowing up around them, what's going on. Then they're gonna be running,
Mhm.
shit blowing up, what's going on? They'll be praying to Allah or Jesus, whatever community they are. Allah Akbar, la, 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 la. Or they be Jesus, sweet help. They don't know what the hell's going on.
Mhm.
They don't know the minerals are causing shit to be blown up. Let's get the
Mm.
minerals up off you. Let's get the minerals up off you here.
This is I see there's an article from 2013. I love when you do research, you gotta know something. So I see in 2013 we had Kenya's 100 billion dollar hidden mineral deposits, and
Wow.
mhm.
So
So
it's
I
over there. Just over there, 100 billion, depending on what part of Kenya that's in. So with the cobalt, it's in the trillions now, Joby. And let me get
mm,
that up off here. Let me get that
Mm-hmm.
about it, Joby.
It is great. So they say that was in 2013. They say that minerals explorer Cortec announced it had found a rare earth deposits worth $62 billion in Kwale County, putting the country among the 5 potential global producers in a market dominated
Global,
by China.
global. Now you got what? 5 more counties with more shit. Now we're talking about trillions of dollars, Joby. Africa's wealth.
Mm.
Africa's wealthy, Joby.
And we are and we have Kibera. Can you imagine? We
There you
have a
go.
whole Kibera. you know, we have a whole Kibera
You
looking
know
at
why you have a
us.
whole Kabir? Because you got a whole bunch of morons. That's why.
Who don't want to fight and realize that wealth
Don't want to
is right
fight.
here.
Right.
We
So,
just we wanna pray and wait for Jesus to deliver. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Or either Jesus or Allah. Allah Akbar. La, 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 la. I got to put your dad in. He's not Imam. Allah Akbar. go, go from one fake religion to the next. It's
It
crazy.
is insane. It is insane.
I'm no longer a bishop, Joby. I'm now the Imam.
Man.
I'm Imam Nelson.
Ah, I don't know if for him it turned to be Muslim. I can't tell, man. I don't know. I don't see my sister nowadays also doing the Muslim clothes anymore. She's
Oh,
TikToking so bad. So I think the Muslim clothes are not allowing her to get likes.
you, you, you ain't you ain't getting no likes and shares, Joby. Wearing that hijab. That hijab don't work.
You gotta sharp in that app, you gotta
They scroll right past you in that fucking hijab. Get out of here. This bitch got a
no
hijab on.
no that strapping in this page. We go where they start strapping, please.
This motherfucker got one of these hijabs on. Let me go past this shit.
I know, people want to see us and all. But anyway, as we move on, I'll talk about Zimbabwe, which was part of the conversation we had. We were supposed to have yesterday, but Dimore did talk a little bit of it on the 7 p.m. news, sorry. And we saw yesterday the U.S. Slapping Zimbabwe with some sanctions. And this is after the president was accused of corruption and human rights abuses. And the order also did take effect on other senior leaders in the country, blocking their assets in the US and barring them from unofficial travel over there. But the question comes in, why did the US do this? Because I found a video from 2020, which is was.
Let me explain to you. Let's go back and do your research. All this stems from black people getting their land back that white people had stolen from them for 100 years when they came in and colonized Africa. So black people are not supposed. So since that's the only country that said, fuck that, it's time for justice. We're going to get the shit back that was stolen from us. See, most Africans don't ever do it. Kenya never done it. South Africa never done it. Namibia hadn't done it. All these countries in Africa never get the land back from the white man. Zimbabwe is the only one that did it. Said, fuck it. The land belongs to us. And we're going to get it back. Whether you like it or not. But they was even stupid enough to, we're going to pay you white people for the land that you stole from us. No. You don't buy no land back from people that stole it from you. These people invaded. Invaded. So what you see is, I told you, same thing seen in Zimbabwe, Joby. Just do 10 times fold that what we were talking about and teach you about what? Haiti, Joby. Haiti. Think of Zimbabwe as an updated Haiti that they're trying to eventually throughout the years, the next 100 years, turn Zimbabwe into Haiti, Joby. We're getting free. Have the audacity to get justice for African people there. The audacity. See, you as me and you, Joby, as niggas, we're not supposed to ever get justice. We're not supposed to get that ever. We're supposed to always be slapped in the face, hit in the head, cobalt taken.
And that's why we had Timor yesterday reporting about, I can't remember the name of the name they gave the British military, but we have 76 cases which have never been heard, taken serious, of where the British military comes here, abuses women, rapes, kills, and nothing ever takes place. Not even our Kenyan government itself even talking about it, to the point where we can see the UK ministers coming here to say, oh, we apologize for not giving you justice for the last 12 years. It is it is what they do, and
Yeah,
they literally they know our puppets have no say in
yeah.
when it comes to the white supremacy, and white
How they
people
gonna
are
have,
more
how
privileged
they gonna
in
have
every
me say?
part of
How
the
they gonna
world.
have me say? And I'm the one to put them in power. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one to pay their bills. How they? Of course, they got no say. You don't know they got. You know, Joby. Most Africans and Kenyan others don't know they don't have no say. The youth do. Shout out to people on TikTok. They know. I got supposed to send you that. I forgot seeing that video. The guy was telling the truth about the youth. The reason why he played that same video you played with that white man. He said, you know why they doing that? Because the youth, they can look at yeah, they can look at TikTok and see the youth ain't they, it's not their parents and their grandparents. The youth are not
Mhm,
docile. Say, oh yes, white man, let me lick all your doo doo. Let me lick your ass, white man. The youth are saying, nah, we need our shit back. so,
mhm,
so that's why he's saying that's why that guy you played somebody's gonna be a war in Africa. Because the youth are not gonna say, they're not gonna let no Al Shabaabs, Joby. They're not gonna let any
mhm,
CIA director come and say, hey, you got cobalts worth trillions of dollars. I need that, Joby. You gonna say, what? Hell you talking about? This is my house. You ain't taking
mhm,
shit out of here. Not without a fight. Not without war. The days of you just taking from me is over. See, they're not used to seeing that kind of African, Joby. They used
yeah,
to see
yeah.
your grandma and your fathers and them shuffling. Oh, white man, oh, smile. Oh, please, Mr. White Man, I love you. Oh,
No.
don't hurt me. That African is starting not to exist no more, Joby.
Mm-hmm. And that is what we need to be doing. So let me share this very quickly before I get to read the article, what it explains.
The economic sanctions have been imposed primarily because the Zimbabwean people decided to say Britain, which is a former colonial master, has failed to honor its agreement, the largest house agreement, in which Britain promised that it will support the resettling of the Zimbabwean population that had been destabilized by the acts of colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they showed them
Sanctions were not put for human rights or for freedom of expression or anything like that. No, they were put to make Zimbabwe an example among African countries, among the peoples of the world, that if you dare to take your land back, if you
exactly,
dare to challenge colonialism, to challenge
exactly,
imperialism, and have your land back, then this is how you will suffer. That's the only
exactly.
reason why economic sanctions were
There
placed
it is,
on
bro.
Zimbabwe.
If
They
you
want to
dare to
imply.
get justice, if you niggas dare to get justice, get your land back, and you're right, Pharaoh. That's why Russia can't be bullied. Even though Russia isn't a rich country, Russia knew to build a military to protect itself. The Africans still run around, don't want to grow up. Still wants to play games. Still act like he don't have enemies. Still want to smile and joke and game. That's the problem with African men, the cowardice. You're supposed to then develop a research and development in Africa to start building weapons and military technology to defend your women and children and your right to have wealth on this planet. You're supposed to have been did that. But none of these niggas have done it at all. None of them. These puppets are cowardly and weakly supposed to have been overthrown. But everybody's too busy with fake distractions, partying, drinking, getting fucked up, turning up. That's what they want to do. That's what you see all, and it's Africa globally, not just Africa, African people globally. I don't care where you go. I got to show Joby those favelas in Brazil. Joby said, "Oh, whoa, the favelas." How about that, Joby? Who do you think live in those favelas in Brazil? Who do you
The
think live?
Africans.
The Africans. That's right. White people don't. The African live up in that shit. It's like the African lives in the slums in America. Africans live in the slums in Haiti, in Jamaica. We're the poorest people wherever you go. That's not an accident. It's a purpose. The African hasn't. Hey, we got to start developing research and development, and we got to start being military minded. We can't be fucking around with goofy sports. We have black men talking about sports all day in America, talking about football and about basketball. What? I don't give a shit who puts a ball in a hole or kicks a ball in a goddamn net. I don't give a shit about none of that idiotic nonsense. As African people, our number one goal is protection of our women and children, and we're supposed to be on a war footing because the war The world has been at war with. See, that's the dirty little secret. And it's the honest. The world has been at war with African people since they found out the wealth of Africa. They've been on a war footing. Slavery, colonization. It's been constant attack. The Africans like, well, act like it's not even happening. I won't even teach you. I got enemies, and well, that's partying, get
Well,
fucked up.
I remember I told you, and I don't know how many people can pick this from the continent. Like, we grew up with the notion of politics is none of my business. Okay, if I'm not a politician, that is none of my business. So, and we failed, and of course, were not taught. We were not made to
Exactly right,
understand
your
that
mosquito.
politics.
That's the biggest distraction amongst black men. This fucking sports that means absolutely fucking nothing. That's a big distraction. Globally, African men be all in the sports. That means absolutely fucking nothing in the world, politics and things. And then Joby, things what Joby said, been told that politics, the world's about politics. The whole world runs on that. That's how much you decide if you're going to eat, if you're going to have good schools. Why Africa doesn't have good schools? Whether you're going to have good schools, and whether you're going to control the cobalt in your county. The world is based on that. And you teach your African children not to even understand it. You design Africa for failure. Absolutely crazy. And you got some motherfucker talking about some cricket game or some rugby shit. If you don't get out of my face talking that goopy nigga shit to me, we are at war. Talking about some basketball game to me. If you don't get LeBron had 40 points. Nigga, if you don't get out of my face talking that foolish shit to me while we had war, football or soccer, I don't know none of them goofy soccer teams. I don't know none of that shit. Whatever them goofy names of them soccer teams are, Chelsea and somebody else, whatever that shit. I don't know what that shit's called. They got 3 goals. Like what? We had war. So understand, Joby. When this is globally, they have made the African man a child. He's been infantilized. I always pronounce that wrong. Infantilized. And that's what they wrote that. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. They made the African man a child. Can you imagine an African man talking about sports all fucking day?
I mean, I can't stand that shit. Sorry to, like, you saw me even yesterday on the show. I was like, Kamlesh, can you get done with this shit? Because I'm not constructing a dot about what you're saying. Personally, I just love playing games, and that's it. I just play games. You find me watching soccer most of the times. Maybe if we are out with friends and it finds me there, then fine. But you not find me taking my ass all the way just to go watch soccer. Okay, no,
But that's
not me.
understand. That's one of the main. It's not just soccer. It's all games. I'm just naming.
Mhm.
I was just saying soccer, whatever. Football here in America, you get moron don't know anything about life, but he'll tell me about some football game. Like what? They talking about, you idiot. We're at war. And that's what they use, Joe, with these distractions. They create sports as a distraction. So sorry, Jim Mosquito, he's correct. African men globally, Joby, are caught up in all distractions except for what's real. We on the bottom. We don't ain't got time to be fucking with no damn sports. How can we win? How do we get power? That's what we're supposed to be focused. How do we get power? You can't keep stealing from me and my family. How do we get power?
Power is in couples fighting for Manchester losing. We saw yesterday, Kamlet reporting a wife beat up her husband because the team lost or the team won, something like that. Then the man is hospitalized now.
What? Jerry, come on, you're making that up. Get out of here.
No, yeah, it only reported that yesterday. You are with us on TikTok. Come on, you also had it.
Even though it says my face is on, I mean I'm actually listening. I might be doing something at the time. I just got the phone. I just got the phone on. I mean I'm actually there doing it. So that's exactly. So yeah, exactly. U.S. African men worldwide are busy arguing over here. Who's the best Negro on the bottom of the slave ship? Exactly right. FBAs, Caribbeans, Africans. Exactly. And we're all on the bottom of the slave ship, Big Cheese. We're all broke, poor, and fucked up. Exactly right. We argue about shit that don't even matter. Joby, Joey just told me something I didn't even know. Somebody wife and husband argued over a game that ain't got shit to do with them. It don't mean shit in the world. You arguing about who won the soccer match in
Mm-hmm.
your house? About some
Mm-hmm.
shit that don't got nothing to do with how life works?
It gets serious here. People even bet their houses, their apartments, their
And that's
cars, their
purpose. That means you're dealing with a bunch of morons.
people
That's on
kill
purpose.
themselves. People
That's
kill
on purpose,
themselves.
Joby. These are called distractions. It's called bread and circuses. That's what the ruling part, they call the ruling. I don't have to call these motherfuckers. The ruling psychopaths create to keep people distracted from actually thinking, hey, why am I on the bottom? And see, and that's also to keep us separated. That's why the internet was so dangerous that all black people started to know, wow, whether I'm in Kenya, whether I'm in Brazil, whether I'm in Jamaica, whether I'm in LA, whether I'm in South Africa, whether I'm in
Same thing.
Chicago, I'm on the goddamn bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So much as I argue that I'm a different person than you, obviously the world doesn't see us as different because we're on the. And I'm gonna try and serious. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna use Kenya as an example, but you can take any African nation because you still got white people in every African nation. They never left. I mean, a bunch of them had to leave because they were gonna get killed, but they got a big population in Kenya, Uganda, whatever they had, right? You'll see that you never see no white people in the cabanas, in the shit cities in Nigeria, in the slums in South Africa. You'll see the white people in the nice areas in Africa. How can that be when they're not even African? That means you've been colonized, and these are your ruling elite. These are your ruling people. You're in Africa or in America. You know, all the bad areas are where black people stay. This is globally. This is globally. All your slums in America, the niggas stay there. All your slums in Brazil, the niggas stay there. All your slums in Colombia, the niggas stay there. All your slums in South Africa, the niggas stay there. All your slums in Jamaica, the niggas stay there. Haiti now is one big slum. What's they trying to do to what? Zimbabwe having the audacity of taking their own land back that was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and imagine this. You'll tell me some score of what Chelsea did or whatever the fuck these goofy names. I don't know the name of these goofy teams. Whatever soccer team, right? But you can't tell me how much the cobalt is worth that's under your fucking feet. You can tell me what Manchester United scored 3 goals, yeah! But you can't tell me what the goddamn cobalt is worth under your fucking feet. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. You have no, and then when a white man comes set up a mining, he puts you to work for $2 a day on your land, mining your cobalt. But you get to go get your $2 a day, drink your funky beer, get fucked up, and look at your fake soccer game. But he owns now the mining company, and you're on your land, giving you $2, and you doing hard back breaking work for $2 a day. You're like, yeah, but yeah, when I get off, I'm gonna look at Manchester United. Yeah. You gonna do what? What you gonna do more around?
Yeah. But anyway, as we get to the major focus of the day, before I get to wind up, I want to talk also about Somali a little bit before we get to the major focus of the day, which has actually gained full membership to East African community. Yesterday, I did mention it, and I didn't know it had not yet acquired full membership because they did apply this space, or rather, to get into the East Africa community. That was last year, and I'm glad to see this happening. But again, like I questioned about this community, which you don't see it making any movement for the East Africa itself. Why do we have it? You know, it is congratulations to them. That is all I can say. But I don't.
And show and show and, and show this, Joe. But the funny part, I know I'm listening about the East African community, but put a video of these goofy Negroes who still love these games of white people. Who's in the best league? Watch. Go to YouTube and show me a video of them throwing monkeys. I'm throwing bananas on the field for these niggas, calling
I've
them
shared
dirty,
that
calling
before.
them dirty
Anyway.
monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I know you share. We're gonna do it again.
Um,
We're gonna make it brutally clear Why are you worshiping some damn soccer shit when they still call you a monkey? Stay ignorant. Only black people do this. Let's talk about let's talk about whatever, goofy man. And just like I did, just like in America, American football, they got us singing a racist anthem, Joby. We looking at a game of men out there playing football. Right? Well, they calling us dirty niggas in a song. You dirty niggas are supposed to be slaves. That's their song, Joby, in America. That's the song. You dirty niggas are supposed to be slaves. What? And yet still go out and play the game, Joey. There you go. This it. That's right. Show it. There we go. Look at this. Throwing bananas all out the field. But black people have no self-respect, have no dignity. Yeah, he picked the banana up, went to his pocket, let me go steal kick. I got the banana. He ate it. Look at it. Look at it. This is what you call weak punk ass African man. He grabbed a banana, they mocked us, he picked it up and ate the shit. What war is he going what children is he gonna protect? But you have Negro. Yeah, he's a soccer hero. Yeah. But they sit there. This how you know the black man so we got no dignity. Sit there and call you niggas to your face like that. You know dirty niggas. Oh yeah, call me banana. Call them all kind of niggas and shit.
Hello, what's up,
But you
guys?
play for these
Once
people.
again,
So they
welcome back
tell
to my
you,
channel. And that's the footage of Vinicius Jr. receiving racist abuse from
this
Real
is the
Valladolid fans
disrespect.
when he's
And
having.
everyone these athletes, I'm gonna tell you, you don't worship these athletes. They are the weakest, most fucked up in their head moron. You guys are like, oh, look what, yeah, black men talking about these fucking morons, these weak ass men. Who they gonna fight? Who's that? What war is that they gonna fight who picked a banana and just start eating it, Joby? Would you, Joby, imagine some white woman throw a banana at you. Would you pick it up and start eating it, Joby? I know you wouldn't, but I'm just asking.
You don't know how pissed I am that I've been meeting with these white people everywhere now lately. In the morning, every time I'm coming to work, I have to bump into them every single time. They see a petite lady and putting a smile on. Who are you Who are you smiling at? Are you? I know I'm your type, and then I know you like this type. The petites, the small ones. I am not the one.
That's right.
Sometimes I
So
want
yeah.
to get abused, I can't.
See, so his name is Danny Alvarez. He's from Brazil. Yeah, he's a Brazilian coon. He was saying, that's my master do banana at me. Yeah. This is what I'm talking. The African man's mind. See, he's an African man from Brazil, and he's weak. African man's mind. It's crazy. You think I'm gonna eat a banana after you throw a banana and try? It's gonna be on. I'm coming in the stands. I'm gonna come see you. But he's not gonna do that. My master said I can't come see him. I pick up a banana, eat it, don't say nothing. Imagine your women. Imagine you married with children. They look at your punk ass do some weak ass shit like that. How does a woman even feel about her man doing some shit like that?
Oh no, you know my man anymore. Bye, boy. Bye. You're a boy. Bye. You're not a man anymore. The moment you are literally accepting any sort of disrespect like that, you are not. I don't like me even soft-spoken men. I like me arrogant people. A little bit, just a little bit, just a little
And,
bit. Just
yeah,
be a
but
little bit arrogant.
it's that
A
love your
little,
enemy programming. Exactly right. Go ahead, Joe. Exactly. That love your enemy programming. It's crazy. And I was laughing.
But anyway,
And shout out to Nubian Phil talking about your brother, boy. Your brother's an absolute moron, but you know I love you. I love you, Nubian Phil. Your brother's crazy as hell to my brother. He tried to tell his brother, so his brother said, have you read the surah about the Allah? You tell that nigga take Allah and put it up his ass.
But anyway, the major focus of the day is about the US, of course, dismissing the case about child labor cases in DRC Congo mines. And they're saying this actually was this morning where the US court yesterday absolved five major technological companies accused of aiding the use of child labor in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the case filed by former child miners and their representatives, Google parent company Alphabet, Apple, Dell Technologies, Microsoft, and Tesla stood accused of facilitating child labor in their supply chains of for cobalt, and the metal is used to make
Now, what
lithium.
they saying? Hold on, Joe, but what you standing? These morons love this fake phony Elon Musk, right? And he's
Mhm,
and he's the one causing child labor. But I want you to know, guys, that the Tesla scam is falling down. Like I told people that Joby, you sitting on a battery, lithium battery, Joby, right? It
mhm,
doesn't work. It takes all this power. Say it's supposed to be green energy. That's a lie. That the leak told you, right? But it also causes, Joby. What causes a battery? What kind of radiation does a battery have, Joby? Nuclear radiation. So now you're sitting in a car that's killing you, that's giving you cancer, that's frying you inside and out. I'm gonna find that video and send to Joe before the night show. Somebody did a radiation thing. All the Teslas being charged at these stations in America. He said this shit is off the charts. You sit in a
mhm,
cancer mobile. Duh,
mhm.
duh. He said, I bet none of these elites. I had to call these damn people with elites, but these elites don't got these electric cars. Of course not, because the ideal is to kill your stupid ass. So you got
Mhm.
these morons sitting in these cars, Joby, that's giving them frying their ass with cancer. It's frying
Yep.
them with radiation. Go ahead,
Mhm.
go ahead,
It
Joby.
is crazy. And shout out to those who are supporting, Tesla and all this electrical bullshit that they're about to launch. But yes, they're saying that the metal is used to make lithium ion batteries that are widely used in electronics. But in a 3-0 decision, the U.S. court and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia sided with the tech giants, arguing that the companies
So
only
you,
maintain a
so you
commercial
take, so
relation.
you take, so you go use your enemy's court, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
How's your enemy's court going to now go against themselves, Joby? You take a
They can.
lawsuit to your enemy's court and think you're going to get justice, Joby?
And this is why, because I don't know if you can remember, that was Spike's reporting this, and I remember we had that debate for quite a time, and I've not seen this movement being, nothing happening. We're supposed to build Africa
Arusha
code,
and
yeah, in
Arusha.
Arusha. But the question I had was who's gonna fund this? Because the moment we allow
Exactly.
ourselves to be funded, it comes with rules, it comes with laws, not
Exactly.
ours. And
Exactly, Joby.
if
Whoever
is if
who,
mhm,
who pays the whoever whoever pays the piper plays
mhm.
the tune.
True. So I said if it's for us to have a Africa court where we are trying to seek solutions of our countries at the continent itself, it has to come from ourselves. It does not need to be a funding from anyone. We don't need no help from any white man. It has to be us dealing with our problems, because this is the kind of problems we've been dealing with for so long. I'm
Exactly.
certain this is not the first time we've seen that representatives or probably activists or the right lawmakers going to accuse, no, which is not an accusation, but to report and present cases of child labor, child
Right.
abuses, and all this. It's not the first time. You'll find so many African countries, we've always been
Good.
pushing people to be treated correct, but nothing
Good.
happens.
Because
Nothing happens.
because why?
Mhm.
What's that word, Joby? Say it. Say it, Joby. What's the word?
What? Which one?
What's the
Yeah,
word, Joby?
I got confused by
Power.
comment on TikTok.
Power.
Power, yeah, power respects
Power.
power. That is what's up. Shout out to you, Sings Music. Hi,
Power.
Opopo Fiti. You're saying that we love funding from the international communities, don't we? Well, I don't personally, but our puppets do. Yeah, our puppets do. But personally, hell no. I don't like being in debt because that shit is not nice to pay. Okay,
If you're
you
an
get all
adult,
your money,
if you're
you
an,
have to pay
if you're
someone.
exactly if you're an adult, you're supposed to pay for your own life. How about that?
Yeah.
If you're
Mm-hmm.
an adult, when does
I don't.
shout a guy on TikTok? If you're an adult, when does Africa grow up as adults? If
Mm-hmm.
you're an adult, why are you always getting funded and funding as a child? See, your child gets an allowance. Children get allowances. That's why they're children. Adults take command of their own finances and pay for things themselves. Because
Mm-hmm.
you don't, you gotta maneuver your own way through your own life as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the African, like
So.
I told you, you've been
Mm-hmm.
infantilized. I told you, they kept African people as children.
Mm-hmm.
Children. That's why you get to talk about. That's why you get to talk about. Hey, who won the game? Who won the game? But you don't get to talk about. This deal's going to be a $13 trillion deal, and we need to deal about how we're going to extract the cobalt from this land right here. What's going to be the elevation, and how we're going to uh, 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 take certain sensors to make sure we accomplish this goal. The nigga is let out of the room. Nigga, you get your ass out the room. You ain't supposed to be listening to this. You'll come back when we need to give you a shovel, and you get your ass over there and dig the shit up. That's what you do. But as far as the conversation about the real conversation of putting shit together, you out the room.
Mm-hmm.
You are a child. You are.
But the question is, as we come to the end, and of course, as I go through the comments, as I wind up on TikTok, is also gonna be held accountable for this, because we've seen. I don't want to defend KD, but I've seen him at least, trying to get rid of the UN peacekeepers, which they have been living only in groups, not as a whole. They've been living in groups. We've seen Kagame, Museveni being part of this, destabilization
You
of
talking about?
Congo and the
Well,
stealing
now
of
you talking about.
resources.
Well, now you're talking about a war because the Congos now said they're going to go to war against Uganda and Rwanda, and the South
Mhm.
Africans are getting killed up in there too. So this might be
So
the end of it.
I believe if it's a war, then the whole African continent, we should actually be on a war, because every African country has something that it is benefiting the colonizer one way or another. And this is why we see countries like Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, which so far have attained true democracy, they're still being attacked, despite them actually saying we're taking leadership of ourselves. We don't need your money. You can sanction us all you want. We don't care, but we're taking control of our leadership and control of our people. And
Okay,
that's
but
why they're still being attacked.
exactly, Joby. Exactly. I told you the European doesn't allow. They're the warmongers. I don't exactly the Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and Niger now overturning my white supremacist damn rule. I'm not gonna allow it. I'm gonna attack your ass every chance I get. I'm gonna always try to overthrow your ass. It's not gonna ever be peace
What
there.
happened to your? I don't know what happened to your sound. You said, I don't know what happened to your sound. Come
Okay,
again?
I said me.
No, your sound sounds weird. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's probably YouTube messing with it. But as
You
a
sound like a robot.
that, dang, that's YouTube. That ain't me. That's called the um. Isn't Jesus? Yeah. Hey, I told my stupid son not to buy one. It almost killed his dumb ass. But he don't listen. He brought one of them testers and it blew up on his stupid ass. He barely survived it. I told his dumb ass not to buy it, but your kids get grown, they're not gonna listen to you. So hey, do you? Dad, I got blown up in my Tesla. Yeah, stupid. Did I tell you not to buy? I told you not to buy, right? So hey, shout out to your dumb ass.
Yeah, but anyway, going to the comments, I see since music is saying the international community also loves funding US, and he also adds that they love, that is true. He also add that they love to fund us because they know they will exploit more than they can fund. That is true, and that is what they do. That's the secret. That's the secret. They
That's
give us fake money, they take
right.
the
The real
real
shit.
wealth.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And shout out to the drunkard preacher. Shout out to you. Hope you're drinking. You're
What's wrong with
preaching.
What's wrong with you, drunken preacher? You're not getting no ties from me, nigga.
I know you always are who be and preach when they're drunk. But also, since music also adds that it is a shame the funding. It is a shame the funding ends up in the hands of our greedy politicians, which is actually the agenda. You get
Exactly.
the money. but no development.
No
Anything
development.
called as development, forget. Pocket this money, build your life, and you move on with what we're telling you. And you also add that we need the United States of America as a, no, we don't, or of Africa, sorry, or of Africa, yep. And I also saying that I believe BRICS will bring us together. No, therefore we need more African countries to join forces. No, that is another
Bricks is complaining.
secret.
Bricks
Mhm.
is complaining about the same people. Sorry to tell you that. That's the next scam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, BRICS was there. They had BRICS and they knew that the dollar is going to collapse, so they had BRICS as a backup. If you follow much of the story of what BRICS is all about and why it is backed by China, Brazil, and all these other countries, you'll find out much more. And I do not encourage African countries to join. What we need is an African currency, like the, yeah, we don't need like the fake attempt of what the East Africa tried to do, which is, including some franc currency in it and all that. And you're saying that this is a East Africa currency and all that. We need true Africa currency. We need to take control of our resources. We need manufacturing industrial companies running in the continent, not us going to refine our oil outside. That needs to stop. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end of today's conversation, and that this has been the Pan African Bliss Show. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. And remember to come back. We shall be coming back in a few minutes with Tubonge.
Last remark. Family, if you're on Black Out Fire Live, most of you guys know Black Out Fire Live. Go to Black Out Fire Network when they do the Tabunga show. I think Joey's not going to switch it over to that. We're getting better numbers on the live channel than we are on the Black Out Fire Network live channel than we are on the Black Out Fire Network channel. I would be trying to switch it over, put everything, put the shows over there. The Tabunga show stuff on the Black Out Fire Network live because you're getting better numbers over there. But whatever she wants to do, it's all good. I ain't got time to download all these damn shows every week. She's killing me.
Truth, I don't know what happened to your sound, but you sound like a robot, being honest over there. But anyway, see you guys later. I don't know what happened to your sound, man. I don't know what happened. But anyway, for me, much love. Thank you so much, Big Cheese, for coming in this morning. Joe Mosquito.
I sound like a robot.
Yeah, you still sound like a robot, yeah.
Can you make anything out I'm saying? Can you understand anything I'm saying at all, Joe? Anything?
Yeah, I can, but your sound is, I don't know how to explain it. You sound way too far from.
So everybody, go to Black Out Fire Network YouTube channel because that's when Joby puts the Tabunga show on. Go to Black Out Fire Network.
Yeah, we had that, but you sound like a robot.
Understand what? Okay, I get it. But can you understand me saying it, Joe?
Yes.
I'm gonna sound like a robot when when I do some what's this shit called? So, I'm gonna sound like a robot when I do some vaginal mutilation on your ass.
Hell no. Much love, family. Asante Sana for tuning in. I shall be winding up with this song requested by Sins Music. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm glad you're understanding everything happening in the African continent. We need more mindset like you, and have an amazing rest part of your day. This is called Uchumi Mbaya, meaning the economy is literally very bad, and of course, that is what we're dealing with today.
Last night's show. I forgot to post it in the chat room. I forgot to post it in the WhatsApp chat room. That was my bad.